From right field on the south side of Chicago, we're going to be treated to a gorgeous day for baseball on the show. It's the Baltimore Orioles going up against the Chicago White Sox. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Getting the start for the Chicago White Sox, Chang Ho Park. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Just about to get started. Ryan Roberts now at the plate.
Second baseman, number 1, Ryan Roberts.
And away here on the south side of Chicago. Foul ball there. The 0-2. Just missed.
Looks like he thinks that should have been a strike at the top of the zone, but doesn't seem to be too upset. That's just a case where I think he's trying to get a better feel for the umpire's strike zone and what he's going to be calling. That's just a part of pitching.
So the call stands. Still one challenge left for them. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 1-2. Got him swinging. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table.
That's a ball.
He can't make contact.
Cal Ripken Jr. stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2. Got it. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. Now it's the White Sox turn. It's a scoreless ball game. You're dialed into the show. We go to the bottom of the first. And getting to start for Baltimore, Jake Arrieta. What's the scouting report on him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants?
Well struck right field. That one carrying. See you later. He shoots one out to right. And the White Sox strike first. It's 1-0. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. There was a sinker up in the zone. It looked like it came out of the pitcher's hand a little bit too early. Doesn't have the velocity that that good four-seam fastball does. And at the plate, he didn't miss it.
Mike Cameron getting ready to hit. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. And now it's even 1-1.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. It's going to really have to bear down.
This one chopped up the middle. Little Baltimore chop action for the base hit. And a man aboard.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. And now they've got some speed on first. So we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Frank Thomas steps to the plate for the White Sox. Quick toss to first. Cameron dives back in safely.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Runner on the go. Pitch is low. Saved at second, and that was not close.
Looks like the base runner had a pretty good feel on the pitcher's move. After that pick over, seemed to settle in, and he took off right away. Nice job of stealing second right there.
Cameron stands at second with no outs. Swing and a miss, and that is strike one.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Check swing. He held up. 2-1. Man at second. This one drilled right center field. That one head for the fence and gone. A shot to the opposite field. It's their second home run of the inning, and they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0.
It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. The slight opposite field into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
Next is the designated hitter, Munetaka Murakami. He's got some power, no doubt. Right side, hard hit. Handles, throws to first, one away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. And now it's Austin Hayes. Swings through that one for strike one. Next offering is fouled back. Oh, 2 now. Good eye right there. Just misses with that one. Is there a little wrinkle to that? I think there was.
Yeah. A little slider action.
That one way outside, and the count's full. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 away down.
Well, we've seen a lot more these days than we ever did when I played, but a slider in the 90s still catches your attention, even if you're sitting on the pitch. Good luck recognizing that tight spin and adjusting to the late break.
Now here is number 72. Inside, almost got him. Foul ball. Liner, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. Here's the rookie third baseman. This one in the air, center field. Jones settles underneath it. And that is the third out of the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. Back at right field. Second inning set to go.
But off to a great start. 3-run lead after their first inning, but so important to be airtight defensively. Don't give away extra outs and allow that other club to get back in this ballgame.
Eddie Murray leading things off. It takes a strike.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ballgame.
Fly ball down the line. And a foul ball. Hard, 27 years old, and he's a native of South Korea. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
So now Pete Alonso at the plate. Alonso, former second-round pick out of the University of Florida. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 2. Just off the outside part of the plate.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. 2 down, bases empty. So next to hit for Baltimore, Adam Jones. He swings and fouls one off. That one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Fights it off. He'll see another. Just off the outside corner. Now 1-2. Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row. Orioles held in check there. They trail it here 3-0. We head to the bottom of the second. So up now for Chicago, Colson Montgomery. Out to center. Jones under it. Then there's one down.
Batting ninth, left fielder, number 30.
Tim Raines steps to the plate for the White Sox. That's outside. And that is ball one. Fought off foul. Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. Ray Durham digs in now. He's already homered here in this one. That one almost got him. And that is out of play. Here's a 1-1. Slides, but it gets by him. And that extends the inning.
Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
First with 2 away. In the dirt. On the ground to the left. They take the force out, 3rd out. The White Sox leave 1, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. On to the 3rd inning, and into the box for Baltimore, Rick Farrell. Now there's a bullet down the line.
Yep, that ball went out.
Right back to him on the mound. To first, leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
Batting 8th, right fielder Taylor Ward.
Taylor Ward will hit next. And he grounds one to the right side. Gets it to first. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the 3rd.
Left fielder, number 9.
2 outs, base is empty. Brady Anderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. Have to say, he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
Next offering is fouled back. When you think about it, he may be in the league for the next 10 or 15 years. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball.
That ball's foul.
But it kicks foul. The wind, the kick, and the 1-2 stays alive. 1-2 here. Outside with a breaking ball.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, too. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. 9 straight retired here to start the game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Bottom of the inning. So up now for Chicago, Frank Thomas. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 1.
Outside, that's a ball.
Smoked to the left, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
All over that one right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Now here is Munetaka Murakami. Tap foul at the plate. This one in the air. Ripken settles underneath it. One down.
Up next for the White Sox, right fielder, Austin.
So up next for Chicago, Austin Hayes. Struck out swinging his first time. And it's fouled off. That catches the corner.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout, but you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. That's out number 2.
Now batting, catcher, number 72.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And this is a guy that doesn't just impact the game defensively. They count on him to deliver offense.
He's the first guy at the ballpark. He's got to study opposing hitters. He's got to...
That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. And that one is off the wall. Thomas around third. Throw cut off to second. And he's safe. It's a wall ball double.
Comes through with the RBI. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Here's the third baseman. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. That is the inning. Sox get 1 on the RBI double. It's now a 4-0 ball game. New inning getting started. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Ryan Roberts.
He's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
That misses, and that's ball 1. Foul ball there. Now here's a flare off the bat. And a base hit right there. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. Backdoor breaking ball, and he didn't go the other way with it like you might think, but put a good swing on it, squared it up nicely.
Henderson now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Hit in the air, center field. Cameron in position. And there's one away.
Up next for the Orioles, third baseman, Cal Ripken Jr.
One out man at first. Cal Ripken Jr. The next to hit. He's 0 for 1. Here comes the 0-1. Runner on the goal. Swing and a miss. For the second tag. Out at second.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Two down, nobody on. Foul ball still 0-2. Ball one there.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Just
nope, that's the ball.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
And it stays fair. So he ends up with a hit after seeing a lot of pitches. That was a good at bat.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far. No runs across either. And he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Next to hit, Eddie Murray. And a strike on the outside edge. The 0-1.
Ball that's outside.
Missed.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Ripken leads off first with 2 down to the inning. This to third, and it's through for a hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Big at bat now as the polar bear Pete Alonso steps in. Ground ball left side. Tosses to first, and that takes care of Alonso. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Orioles strand a couple. They trail it here 4-0. Here on the south side, ready to go, bottom 4. Colson Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox. Outside low, ball 1.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Swinging a foul straight back. That one fouled off. Swings and misses, struck him out. Tim Raines now at the plate. He's 0 for 1.
Number 30.
Hard hit, right side. Sends it to first. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth.
Second baseman, number 5.
Back to the top of the order now. Now at the plate, Ray Durham. He's already homered in this game.
Ball 1.
And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. On the ground, right side. On to Murray, and the White Sox go quietly. White Sox 4, and the Orioles nothing. Ready now for the 5th inning, and into the box for Baltimore, Adam Jones. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Swings through that one. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Swings through him for the K. Strikeout number 8.
Well, showing some pretty dominating stuff out there in this one, not just in terms of swing and miss, but also in terms of command. You know, all the strikeouts, they just kind of speak for themselves, but when you don't walk anyone, you're demonstrating that you have the confidence in your abilities to truly go right after opposing batters.
Here's the catcher, Rick Farrell. 0 for 1 so far. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Swings through that. The Orioles down by 4, and we're at the top of the 5th. To third, Forrester. Throws sails over his head at first. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull him to second safely.
That's a dangerous throw for the first baseman to try to handle right there. Exposed him to a potential collision, and we've all seen some of the ugly ones over the years on plays similar to that one. So it's great nothing came out of that other than the throwing error.
1 out, runner at second. Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Orioles. Man at second.
Ball 1.
Swings through that one for strike 2. And a ball and 2 strikes. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. 1-2 now. Up the middle. Fires to first in time.
Now batting.
Let's take a look at his pitch
Number
usage
9.
in this one, Singy.
Well, he's known for that four-seamer, Boog, and we've seen plenty of it from him today. You don't throw one pitch this much without having plenty of confidence in it. Nothing across against him yet, so he may just let it ride.
Anderson in the box now. Takes strike one. Farrell on third with 2 out. And there's a strike.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. Back after this on the show. We head to the bottom of the 5th. So up now for Chicago, Mike Cameron.
You know, these White Sox, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90+ exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. On the ground to third. Ripken zips it to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Frank Thomas digs in now. And a big swing and a miss. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Ow. 2 away now after the drop third strike.
Kind of muffed that strikeout pitch right there. I'm not sure if he got crossed up or tied up, but either way, good composure to recover and finish the out at first. That's a play you could easily panicked on and throw into right field.
Two down, base is empty. Now it's the DH, Munetaka Murakami. And a foul ball.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Two down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
That one misses, and the count 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Ward under it. And that is that. Offense held in check there. 5 innings complete. White Sox 4 and the Orioles nothing. We're back with a look at key moments so far in this one. Stepping in, Brian Roberts.
Baltimore, second baseman, Brian Roberts.
Liner snagged at first. One pitch and one out.
To the Orioles, shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
Next to hit, Gunnar Henderson. And first offering is fouled off.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Up next to the Orioles, third baseman.
So digging in, Cal Ripken Jr. He swings and misses at the first pitch, 0-1. In the air, right field, Hayes under it. And there are 2 outs.
Up next to the Orioles, first baseman, Eddie Murray.
Eddie Murray, the next to hit for the Orioles, 1 for 2. Quick move to first. Henderson back on a dive. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, and at bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
And he takes a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hold.
You locked him up, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Aaron O'Day.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Austin Hayes steps to the plate for the White Sox. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Now the 0-1. Way out front for strike 2. O'Day, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, a curve, and he works in a sinker. Struck him out. Really fooled him with the breaking ball there.
Number 72.
Now it's the White Sox catcher. 2 for 2, so he's got to be feeling good right now.
He's turning a special day into something magical with how easy he's making it look at the plate.
Makes a sliding stop. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
Two outs, base is empty. Now the third baseman. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there. Action in the pen down there. Kyle Bradish, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Johnson warming up as well. Two down, nobody on. And they'll do it again. That one just misses. Almost got him. 2-2 now.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
3-2. Slides for the stop. The flip. It's there, and that's a great play. 1-2-3 go the White Sox, but they lead it 4-0. Top of inning number 7. Now here's the Orioles DH, Pete Alonso. Swing and a foul out of play.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
Swing and a foul straight back. Battling here as he fouls it away. And the 0-2. Struck him out looking. So cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout. And the batter now, Adam Jones, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
And that pitch is up. That's in there. That is strike 2. The Orioles down by 4 here in the top half of inning number 7. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Ground ball up the middle, that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
And next for the Orioles, Rick Farrell.
That's outside.
The 1-0. Line into right center field. That's a base hit. Lead runner around second. To third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners with 1 gone. Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Orioles, has grounded out a couple of times.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it. In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. In worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
2 on, 1 out. And there's a foul ball. The 2-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Right side. And that one handled. Flips it. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. White Sox 4 and the Orioles nothing. Back here on the south side, bottom of the 7th, Colson Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Montgomery.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Here's your 1. Ripped on the ground to second. On to Murray, and 1 away in the bottom of the 7th.
Now batting, left fielder.
Here's the left fielder, Tim Raines. Feels like it's less common today that you see a guy like this. The speed component, the contact component, but lack of power. Up the middle. On to first.
No, he's out.
On a bang-bang play.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to in the air, get his shoulders turned, and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Now pitching for Baltimore.
Coming on for the Orioles, Jim Johnson.
Jim Johnson.
Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Ray Durham. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Inside, almost got him. In the air to left center, Anderson has a beat on it, and that'll do it. Nothing doing here this half. 8th inning coming up. White Sox 4 and the Orioles nothing. Back at right field, we're at the top of the 8th. Brady Anderson getting ready to hit. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. White Sox going with a new arm, Keith Folt.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
Good late movement on that sinker right there. It's right where you want to get it to get that swing over the top.
The 0-1. That one missed. Full. A 6'3" righty. He features a changeup, a four-seamer, a slider, and he works in a sinker. On the ground to first. Thomas takes it himself, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Second baseman Brian Roberts.
So back to the top of the order. So next to hit for Baltimore, Brian Roberts. 1 for 3. Flares it into the outfield. 2 away. Two down, bases empty. At the plate, Gunnar Henderson. And first offering is fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. The White Sox leading by 4, and we're in the top of the 8th. Got it. That ends the frame. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. They're down 4-0. Here on the south side, out of the bottom of the 8th, Mike Hamrick steps to the plate for the White Sox. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On the run, throw to first.
He's safe.
But he beats it out. And the leadoff man is on with an infield single.
Number 35.
And now, Frank Thomas. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, a 2-run blast, and that swing has given confidence the rest of the way.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. Hamrick aboard here at first with nobody out. Into the outfield, base hit. And out to aboard.
Going to see the ball very well in this one. Smashed that one through the infield with a knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Munetaka Murakami. 0 for 3 so far in his debut.
Yeah, great time to get that batting average off the runway here.
That hits the dirt, and that's ball 1. On the ground to second, might be 2. Good feed, that's 1. On to Murray in time double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
And up next for Chicago, Austin Hayes.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. So 1 left for the White Sox, but they're in front 4-0. We go to the 9th, and into the box for Baltimore, Cal Ripken Jr. And here is Eddie Murray. Way inside, gets out of the way. And that's a fair ball. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Alonso now at the plate as he swings through strike one. That's in there. No balls, 2 strikes. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The White Sox leading by 4 here at the top of the 9th. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Here's the 0-2. And that's downstairs and outside. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Man at first, 1 away. Good job to fight that one off. Struck him out swinging. And the Orioles gather their final out. So next to hit for Baltimore, Adam Jones. And first offering is fouled off. They're down to their final strike. And that one hammered. Slice into the lead. It's 4-2.
That home run narrows the gap between these two. This one isn't over yet. Well, this thing was hooking down the line the entire way. He knew it was going to be close, and bang, right off the left field pole. That was a pretty swing, and he found a way to keep his hands inside just enough to keep it fair.
Now a chance for Rick Farrell. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Two down, nobody on.
There you go.
Started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and he went, says Larry Bullock. The 0-2. Good eye on that spot.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Cut on and miss, struck him out, and that's the ball game.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
And your final 4-2 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show. Thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
you